What's happening, people? Welcome to the United Stand. Welcome to another episode of the Premier League show. Me and Mr. Goldbridge, who's no, you see what I'm saying about Mark? Like, you always try this thing where you try and be with it. That's not the J-Ling. You've got it printed on the front how to actually do it. It's not thumbs up. I can't see that. It's that J-Lings. Oh, what are you doing?
That's it.
Oh, yeah, that is it. That is it.
Yeah. There you go. Anyway, enough of that. It's for charity. That's why I'm wearing that.
True. No, that is. I thought you was sort of starting a Lingard FC sort of.
Lingard in.
Bringing back to the start. Ollie said there's going to be changes in the lineup.
Lingard
so are you
into Milan? That's what I'm starting. Lingard into Milan. That'll work.
Listen, great week for United.
Yeah.
Great week for us.
I called it.
You've called it from the start, before even we came back after Project Restart. You were saying we'll catch Leicester. I'm saying stop being silly. What a week! What a batch of games it's been for us. Tottenham getting absolutely bantered. West Ham beating Chelsea, which was obviously good for us. And what's the other one again? Who's Leicester?
Leicester-Everton, yeah.
Leicester-Everton, like brilliant stuff. We're 3 points off third.
Yep. I did call it. I also said that Bruno would change United. And for my third trick, Matthew, it's going to be Sancho to United, and we'll be title challengers. But ultimately, I haven't mentioned this on any other video, so it's a Premier League show exclusive. We will have exclusives on here. What a lot of people aren't talking about United and Sancho is, if United get top four, more chance of Sancho. People keep saying, oh, Sancho might not come to United if they don't get Champions League football. What people are forgetting is that United will not make as much money if they don't get Champions League football. Actually, 2 years out of Champions League football for United means drop-off for, I think, Adidas and a couple of sponsors. So Champions League football actually means more revenue for United, which means more money, which means if we don't get it, it's a lesser chance of getting Sancho. But yeah, look, really good. The top four race is spun. You've got United and Wolves, both 3 points behind Leicester in third, 2 points behind Chelsea. We'll talk about the mid-table lot, Arsenal and Spurs in a bit. But in relation to the top four race, with 6 games out, how do you think that's going to go? Now, I did say United third and Chelsea fourth, and I said that in lockdown, so I'm going to stick with that.
You did.
But, let's not dismiss Wolves and Leicester.
Just falling off the wagon, man. To be fair, they've actually played all right in a lot of the games. They've just not got that cutting edge. And
the best game I thought was the first half against Chelsea in the Cup.
Yeah, they were good. And they just can't. They just don't have the cutting edge. They don't look the same team.
Don't create enough chances.
Look like they've gassed out a little bit. Vardy's not scoring. They're not even getting him in on goal. It's not even like he's missing loads of chances. He's just not even shooting. He's not even getting in positions. Madison's been out a couple of games. Only just come back in second half.
You know what? As a striker, well, in the loosest term of the words, as a striker yourself. Vardy.
He don't put. You see what Mark Goldbridge does here? He don't put respect on my name here. If there be people watching this,
he scores a chance every 5. Give him 5 sitters, he'll score one.
Actually, I've got like 8% conversion rate.
Have you? Yeah. I'll check the videos. But what I was going to say is Vardy, in the games I've watched Leicester, it's been great to watch because they've dropped points. He's got one of the best goal conversion rates in the league. Yeah. But if people, we talk about Martial living on scraps before Bruno came in. He lives on scraps. He basically lives on long balls over the top. That's his
game.
But he gets no other chances at all. That's why Leicester are losing. He's
not necessarily a fox in the box like a.
Defensively good. Yeah. Evans Sionku, very, very good. Yeah. Schmeichel's a really good goalie.
Yeah.
But they haven't got goals in them. They need to score goals.
Yeah, and look, Vardy's up there for Golden Boot. He does get goals, but it's only that one-dimensional way. And when that dries up, like you're saying, they don't seem to be having it. And they're uncharacteristically leaking goals. Silly goals. You look at the goal that Richarlison scored, people just not picking up their man, giving away silly penalties and Didi. So.
But it's like, moving on to the next one, Chelsea. We were talking about this yesterday. It was like that last few minutes against West Ham, they're trying to stay up. Chelsea, they're like, we've got to go gung-ho. That point would have put them. That point could have been really important. They went gung-ho, and fair play West Ham. They got the winner. But Chelsea, 10 losses now. They've got. Werner great, Ziyech great, Havertz probably great. But defensively, they've got to sort themselves out.
Absolutely. I was saying before, again, with the prediction stuff, I was like, yeah, Chelsea are buying really well, but these players ain't here yet. They've still got a dodgy back four. Yeah. They've still got all the critics. They still haven't got enough goals up front in terms of Batshuayi, Abraham and Giroud. Just none of them are going to hit 20 a season. Pulisic's only coming into his form now.
Well, Willian's been their best player. Playing for a new contract somewhere.
So I'm saying they're still going to have this thing where, and also Lampard himself has said plenty of times, My team does not finish off teams. We were in strong moments where they were all over West Ham at one bit, and they just either have a lapse of concentration, concede a stupid-ass goal from a set piece, and then they just
crap
don't.
as well.
100%.
I think Kepa's got the worst save. He's outside the top 100 goalkeepers in the world. And I don't know. Check your facts on this, everyone. But somebody said to me, Kepa's save conversion percentage is outside the top 100 in the world. Now I don't know whether that's true or not, but he is crap.
Yeah, for the money they paid for him, he does. Look, he does pull off some good saves, but I just don't see the hype.
19 saves from 39 shots.
Is that what it is?
He has the lowest, a staggering 48.7%.
There you go.
That's the voice in the head telling us that. It's not really, it's Josh. See, Josh is good. We're calling Josh the Stato now. If Josh is going to jump in, I don't need to have a look on the phone. We'll just go, Josh.
Yeah, you can actually, that's good to get into the search things while we're spitting out nonsense that isn't actually true.
How many goals has Martial scored with his left foot in the 89th minute in away games? There you go. That'll keep him quiet for a bit.
You know what? In that game,
3.
Fast.
We'll get to like you said, the mid-table fodder in a bit. But Chelsea aren't in the mid-table fodder, and in that game,
Well, no. Let's get you, because people say you sit on the fence.
Yeah.
Who's getting third and fourth at this moment? You can change it next week.
Yeah. I've got a flip-flop. I've got the Javianas out, mate. And you said before that we'd catch Leicester, and you know what? I'm going to flip-flop. I admit that. We can get third.
Yeah. I don't think that last game will even matter.
Yeah,
that's 5 games time.
You look at, and you know what? And again, we'll talk about it a little bit more with the mid-table teams. But the fact that some of the mid-table teams think they got a little bit of confidence, they can nick points off some of these guys, which is perfect.
Arsenal, Wolves, Arsenal, Leicester.
Exactly. But
Spurs, Leicester.
Before we go into that area, I just want to talk about the Chelsea game a bit more and the VAR incident. It is, and because there was another one in the top.
Well, I haven't seen the Spurs one because I didn't watch it, but I did see
bullshit,
I saw the Chelsea one. And
it's absolute bullshit.
So you jump for a corner and you're onside. Gravity takes you down. Another player clips it over you. Kepa's never saving it anyway, but then you're offside.
It's madness.
Because you're interfering with play.
Madness.
Now, we had one at Goodison Park with Sigurdsson, I think.
Oh, that was dodgy.
And I even said on the watch-along, everyone's coming at me going, oh, you did what? But I think I said at the time, I reckon that's a bit dodgy.
That was dodgy. That, if you're Carlo Ancelotti there and Everton fans, 100%. That one against West Ham, Mikel Antonio, he's fallen over, whatever, he's been bundled over, and you can't score a goal with your arm, so that whole long bit of his arm it was actually his head or whatever it was that they gave. It wasn't unsighting Kepa. It wasn't.
Well, I think that's why they gave it, didn't they? They gave it because he was obstructing the keeper.
And if you're, look, like I said with the VAR thing, there's certain things that it clears up really easily and it's applied really well. But what we have to change is the application of the law now, because if you're not giving goals for that, you can't. You've got to start saying there's got to be the grass on the screen or something. You can't do that. I'll tell you what, the Lucas Moura one was even worse.
I ain't seen this one, so.
As much as I don't want Tottenham to win the game, it was a joke. He'd been bundled over, fouled, I thought so. And they've pushed him to the floor, 3 Sheffield United players, because he's on the counter, he's on the attack. And then they've tried to clear the ball, kick it against him. And they've just booted it against his arm as he's on the floor in a heap. And then it's hit off of him and then kind of ricocheted into Harry Kane's path. And he's
so this is the whole any part of your hand.
It is
We've got to take a goal away.
Mark, he's been bundled to the floor by them and then they've booted it against him. You know? You wouldn't give a penalty if the guy's hands are by his side and couldn't do anything about it and you boot it against him. So it literally was from here to here. It's like me booting against your hand when you're lying on the floor because I've pushed you there.
I mean, this is the thing, isn't it? I hate VAR and I've always hated VAR and I don't like VAR. And the reason I don't like VAR is because as a football fan, I don't care how much of a percentage it takes away. If you're taking away the enjoyment, it's better how it was before.
Yeah.
And like every goal that goes in now, I'm not saying I'm not celebrating it. People can see it on the watch-alongs, but there is a 5%, 10% in me going, and that for me is why VAR shouldn't happen because you're taking it away. I'd rather take the dodgy decisions. It's what the conversation is
all about. Even the Luke Shaw one against Brighton, when he was through, I thought, I'll tell you what, he looks offside.
I thought he was going to be offside.
And I think it was Burn at the top of the picture.
Yeah,
I
didn't enjoy that goal as much because I was like, oh, they're going to call it offside, and then it's not. But like the Antonio one, and look, I think with the penalty that Leicester conceded, where Ndidi jumps with his arm, unnatural hand position, a little bit unlucky, hits his hand, penalty. I understand that. It's a bit like the PSG United one. But that Lucas Moura one, or the Antonio one, when you're spending that long looking at them, that should be a ping moment. Should be, if we're spending
It's not
this
clear and
long,
obvious.
if we're spending this long, yeah, you know, have a couple of looks if it's not clear and obvious. But yeah, in fairness, in those one, it's the rules. It's not VAR.
The
it's
way
the
they
bloody
apply
rules.
it now needs
It's
to
too
change.
technical.
Because don't get me wrong, because it's a computer replay and stuff, you know, it's technology. We can see things to the absolute T.
Yeah.
But you can't. You can't be ruling out like what we've seen. I think remember when Sheffield United equalised against Spurs.
Yeah. So they both had one each actually. equals out,
Ridiculous. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go. And then I remember when I think it was Jota or Neto, someone equalised Wolves against Liverpool, ruled out for a toenail. It's just ridiculous. Watford have been on the wrong end of it loads of times. People could get relegated from this, man.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
Well, West Ham, you know, that goal, fair play, they came back and won the game, but, you know, you go 1-0 down straight away with a penalty. Chelsea, if they're clinical, they get 2-3-0, West Ham are out of the game.
And some teams have had consistent, against them.
We benefit, you know, United have
just not
benefited
fair.
from it this season, but you know,
exactly.
we can still be humble about it.
100%.
I'm not rudely doing my Tesco shop, although I do need some frozen fruit. But I'm looking at we'll move on to the mid-table clubs now then, which is basically, I would say 7th and below your mid-table realistically, because you've got United and Wolves who are joint 5th and 6th on 52, 3 points to 3rd, so that's the race. I don't think Sheffield United, well done. They're 5 points off Wolves, which means they're 8 points off 3rd and 7 points off 4th. I don't think Sheffield United, Arsenal on 46, Tottenham on 45, Burnley on 45 are in a top 4 race. I think what they're in a race for is from 13th to 7th, there is 5 points.
Europa League.
It's a mid-table battle.
Yeah, 100%.
That's what it is. And it's got the bonus of Europa. It's like a mini league. And I think, look, I've loved having football back. I think we'll talk about relegation in a minute. I think the top 4 race is really exciting with 4 teams going for 2 slots. And then you've got the Poundland version, which is the 7th to 13th, 42 points for Newcastle, 42 in 13th, 47 points for Sheffield United in 7th. They are all battling, of which there are, 7 clubs? 7 clubs fighting for Europa League. You could finish 13th, you could finish 7th.
Yeah.
Arsenal have won 3 in a row.
Good. Perfect timing.
They've got Wolves and Leicester to come.
Yeah.
They've got Spurs to come after that.
Yeah.
They ain't getting 9 points.
No. I can't see it. If they do, great for us.
Who do you think's going to get Europa League football then out of Sheffield United, Arsenal, Tottenham, Burnley, Everton, Palace, Newcastle? There's a lot.
Sorry, guys at home. And this is the first time I've actually thought, I don't even care, Mark.
Yeah.
I don't even want to think about it. I don't even care. Who do I think's going to get
I
it?
want Arsenal to get it because then don't they break some sort of record 4 years in a row in the Europa League?
Oh, there you go. Then
There you go.
A lot of Arsenal fans have been saying
They don't want it.
They don't want it. They just want to be
They
completely
need
out
the
of
money.
everything.
You need the money though. You
But
do.
you see, they're giving loans, extended loan deals for fun, giving 4 or 5 year contracts. They're trying to not spend money.
Transfer window's done already.
Yeah, they've done their
Last time they
business.
finished it early.
Yeah, the maximum is Aubameyang might stay.
Well, they think they're getting Partey as well. He'd be a good signing.
Yeah, if that happens,
and David
that'd be a big
Ornstein
one.
said it as well, so I'll put some credibility on it. But
That'd be a good signing, yeah.
you know what? If I was in that
Very good
mid-table,
signing.
if I was in that mid-table battle with Arsenal and Spurs, I would want Europa League football because it's money. It's money, and you know what? I'm looking forward to Europa League in August. I'm not looking forward to it in September. I don't want to see it again.
Yeah.
I don't want to be there 2 years. If you drop down 1 year, fine. But 4 years in a row for Arsenal would be...
Because we've yo-yoed, haven't we? We've kind of gone in it, come out, gone in it, come out. Arsenal just, set up a holiday camp, stayed in it. Do you know what I mean? But
I don't know. I mean, look, Arteta...
what do you think on him?
Well, my problem with Arsenal is and we will have Arsenal fans in the comments that be going, rent-free, and it ain't rent-free. I said this on the other day. It's not rent-free. Unfortunately for you, you've got the world's biggest fan channel is an Arsenal fan channel at the moment. We are coming for it. They did start before us, and they've got some very mouthy people on it. And when you score a goal against Norwich, a tap-in and a fluke, they celebrate like they've won the Champions League, and then they tell everybody they're going to qualify for the Champions League, which means everybody gets to hear their opinion. So that's why Arsenal gets spoken about a lot. But in seriousness, and there are some good Arsenal fans out there, of which Josh is one, I think. He's quite level-headed. I think that where Arsenal...
about level-headed?
What Arsenal need to do is get real. Their fan base, as we know, is full of delusion. Get real. Whether it's Ty and his Invincibles are the best team that ever was, to Troops and his bloody flip-flop pants, the reality is Arteta could be a good manager. He needs 3 things. He needs time, he needs to get rid of the deadwood, and he needs money to buy. If he doesn't get those 3 things, and the fans can play a part in patience, the club have got to play a part in removing the crap and buying the good. And I would say he's probably where Ollie was when he got the job a year ago. There's signs of that he could be, but bloody hell, he needs money.
He does. I agree. That again, you can see what Arteta's trying to do. You can see he's a very meticulous manager, kind of like a Pep 2.0.
Poundland Pep.
You know,
with hair.
Yeah, you know, you can see
Playmobil hair. I think he just sticks it on.
Yeah, he's got the little Lego hair.
Well, being horrible, we like you.
Yeah, I know. I like him. He's good. He seems like a good manager. You can clearly see he's trying to take them forward. Obviously, they signed Saka, which is great for them.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Great player. Good for England, that is as well.
If he sounds
Oh, is he not? Can he still go? Is it Nigeria? Yeah. Well, maybe that might get.
Well, it might be better for him because we've got Luke Shaw on left back. Big up, Luke. I know you're watching.
Yeah, Mark's just trying to flipping get a follow off Luke Shaw. Let it go, man.
I'm not.
But yeah, listen, on Arsenal, I don't really care where they finish. I'm happy. What I will say is this to finish off on Arsenal. I'm happy that they've got the little fake confidence, getting the 3 wins on the bounce. Well, we're amazing, wicked, amazing, 4-0 against Norwich. Great. Because I do honestly think they can nick points off Wolves, which will help us. And I think they can nick points off Leicester at the Emirates.
I want Wolves to beat them. I don't care about Wolves because if we keep winning, they can't catch us.
Yeah.
But I do want them to get points off Leicester.
Yeah.
I'll be an Arsenal fan for that game.
There you go.
Get me on the watch along, Robbie.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Yes! Bloody hell! It's in! Aubameyang haters, sit down!
Obama what?
Martial who?
I will actually be a massive Arsenal fan for that game.
100%.
If they drop points against
I'm with
Leicester.
you.
But I would like to. I don't know how low it goes down for Europa League. I don't know whether it's like 7th or whatever. I think it might be.
I think 7th can get it because the 5th thing, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
So I'd like Sheffield United to get it, but I think it probably will be Arsenal or. Wow, I think Arsenal might get it. You know, I mean Spurs. I mean
Spurs panned up by Sheffield United.
I like Spurs. I've always liked Spurs. I remember one of the first FA Cup finals I can remember was Spurs and Waddle and all that lot. So they've always. The thing about Spurs, they've always had a tradition of trying to play. And trying is the word. Trying to play good
Never
football.
Never been good.
And
I just love the fact that they've just been shit forever.
But
Like, their
Mourinho,
default thing is shit.
But Mourinho, I said it at the time, and I've got quite a few. I get on with quite a few Spurs fans, but they won't have it. I said Mourinho, he ain't manager for you. No. Oh, he will. And I said, you're doing exactly what we did. They are. If you don't win your games, what's the point of Mourinho? Because the football's crap. And I tell you as well, Rui Faria, as soon as he left, we went from second to relegated. He never took him to Spurs. I just think that's an expensive mistake.
It is. I think, look, on one side of the coin for the Spurs fans, I get the fact that, like, he's working with a lot of the crap that Pochettino was getting stick for, which proves that, really, it just proved that Pochettino needed backing and you should have reinvested and get rid of the back line. Aurier's crap. Alderweireld's getting old now, where that 25 million bargain thing's gone now.
Can't even get by a clean sheet.
Vertonghen's going to be out. Ben Davis is crap. What's his name? Tanganga, what's his name? Left back coming through, young, whatever, not great. Skip.
Davinson
Sancho's athletic, probably get.
Eric Dyer's playing at centre back.
Eric Diabolical. And Jose wants to give him another contract. He's such a Jose player. He's got an awful haircut now as well. He's got some mohawk thing. I don't know what the hell that is. So yeah, they're just dying a slow, painful death at the moment because they're seeing I don't want to say lack of investment because the Celso looks all right, Bergwijn looks all right. So a couple of players, but I think Pochettino bought in the Celso, didn't he?
Yeah.
But he's bought in Bergwijn, so you got to understand that he needs a transfer window to get some defenders and can't judge him fully.
Which I don't think he's going to get.
But I don't know though because
have they got any money?
Mourinho's going to sign there, knowing he ain't going to get no money.
I don't think they've got any money there. They tried to furlough, didn't they? And then they backed
out. That is banter. Even Liverpool tried to do that.
But this is why I think Liverpool didn't get Werner, and this is why I don't think Spurs will pay.
Some Liverpool fans pissed off about that.
If you were thinking of furloughing, that is a big indication they've got no money. That's the one positive for United is we were never looking at furloughing. So if you're getting Arsenal, if they're getting pay cuts, then how do you justify taking a pay cut?
Well, not just pay cut. They're getting pay cut because Ozil's taking up the budget.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Actually, I know you said you didn't watch it. Liverpool City yesterday. I did watch it. I'm telling you now, I've never seen 11 players more drunk. it was evident them man were doing Jaegers out their eyes. Honestly, that I saw Trent right.
Well, they will have been pissed up for a few days, weren't they?
They were still actually. Respect to man like Mane and Salah and like the Muslim guys. I'm not going to disrespect them because I know they don't drink, but they were probably doing balloons then or something. Because I'm telling you, yeah, Mane was like clean through on goal, just tripped over his feet, and that never happens. Robertson positionally was shocking. I don't know what he was doing. And Trent, I saw him take a throw in the second half, yeah, and he's got like 3 of his players around him. All he has to do is a basic throw, and he just throws it straight to Jesus. Like honestly. They were just doing breeze. I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Whatever. I mean, look, Man City.
But it doesn't matter.
Man City on their day can beat Liverpool, but yeah, there's something wrong when they're beating them. Was it 4-0?
4-0, mate.
4-0.
And it should have been more. Don't get me wrong though. The first 15 minutes, City were open as hell, and I was thinking, flipping heck, man. Liverpool been on the beers for 2 days and they're doing this. This is unreal. And they hit the post. They were doing the thing. And then City got a penalty, and then after that was it.
I didn't watch it because it was an exhibition game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
And for me, it
makes
you learn nothing from it. But what you did learn, actually, you do learn something from it. It proves that City threw that game against Chelsea, in my opinion. That was not City.
They didn't throw it.
They were that City team.
Poor.
I said last week that City team that played Chelsea is not Man City, and then they turn up against Liverpool, and then they do that.
But Mendy played again though. He just didn't do breeze.
But it doesn't matter anyway. It doesn't matter anyway because we all banked on City beating Chelsea.
Yeah, but at least it was
and we thought that Chelsea would beat West Ham, and it's worked it.
Yeah.
Balanced out anyway.
Yeah, so we're happy with that.
Relegation,
man. Some interest. I mean, I think West Ham may have pulled themselves out of that.
I think West Ham and Brighton are safe just because they won a game.
Yeah.
Winning a game at the bottom at the moment
massive,
is like getting 10 points because they're all so shit. They
Yeah.
can't win. Norwich have played 3-4 games now.
Yeah,
3 games, lost every one.
Yeah.
I think Bournemouth have done the same.
Bournemouth, man. Let's talk about Bournemouth.
Villa
Bournemouth
and Watford.
Watford can't buy a win as well, man.
28 points for Watford, 27 for Villa, 27 Bournemouth, 21 Norwich, 6 games to go. West Ham and Brighton, well, Brighton are fine. 33 for Brighton, so they are 6 points from
Josh, can you get Bournemouth's next 4 fixtures up? Because I remember looking at it thinking, oh my God.
West Ham have got 30 points. Bournemouth and Norwich are definitely down.
Definitely down. And I think Villa will be the third. I think
They
Watford
can't score.
I think Watford can
like my career mode.
escape by not having to actually win that much. They can keep drawing or losing because I just think Bournemouth and Villa are that bad.
Yeah, they can't.
They'll get it off default. But
Bournemouth, they've got United,
Win,
Tottenham,
win,
Leicester,
win,
City,
win,
Southampton,
win,
Everton.
win.
Bournemouth are gone.
Get on the beach, Bournemouth.
They go to their own beach.
Now, what you want to do now, Josh, is check the weather in Bournemouth for the next month because at least, hopefully, it's nice for them and just get on the beach.
Exactly.
You know?
There's 2 games. I think Watford got Chelsea next.
Yeah.
Which I can't.
I think Watford. It's Watford or Villa.
Yeah. But
West Ham are
Watford's
safe.
last 2 games are Arsenal and City. I think I want to say.
I tell you now.
There's a free game where they.
City and Arsenal.
But there's a free game thing where Watford need to get something out of.
Norwich, Newcastle, and West Ham.
Norwich, Newcastle, West Ham. They have to win at least one.
They've got the easier games. Like Norwich.
Yeah,
Norwich
Norwich.
and Bournemouth have got their
Difficult.
pipes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Villa got to play us.
Villa have got Liverpool and Man United next.
Exactly.
And I don't know what else they've got. But the thing about Villa, I'm doing a Villa career mode actually, as many people were watching yesterday. I can't score.
Who's up front? Hala.
No, I brought in a player from PSV, but they've got no money. But basically, FIFA's really realistic this year.
Because you've got no money in that.
Arsenal are mid-table every career mode I do.
Yes.
And
Liverpool do the mad thing, never lose.
Villa, first 3 games, I lost to Spurs 1-0 on some mad goal, like ridiculous. They boot this ball, it's about to bounce out. It's from their own half, it's about to bounce out in the corner. Bergwijn jumps in the air, crosses it, and Harry Kane heads it in. And I'm like, well, that's me lost. I can't score goals, but Villa real life, if they get 0-0, they'll get a point. If they can nick a goal and keep a clean sheet, obviously they'll win it. But they've got no goals. They've got no goals. I think. I'd like Villa to stay up. But
you still want Watford to stay up because you said that.
I like Watford, but I think Bournemouth, Norwich down, and it's between Watford and Villa because I think that 1 win by West Ham and they'll get another one.
Yeah.
I think if you get 34 points, you'll stay up.
Yeah. Shows how
That's
how bad
proper
it is down
low.
there, isn't it?
34, because that's 7 more points for Villa or Bournemouth. They ain't getting 7. In fact, I readdress that. I think 32 points will keep you up. I don't think 33.
33.
I can see Villa getting 6 points, nothing more.
Yeah, I just think they're too inconsistent. They can't
33
score.
points and you're down. 34 points and you're safe. This Premier League actually how crap is this Premier League this year?
Awful. It's awful.
10 losses for Chelsea,
It's
and they're
awful.
going to get top
Still
four.
top four. Could even
34
finish
points
first.
and you'll stay safe.
It's bullshit. Look how many games City have lost.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, don't get me wrong.
Fair play Liverpool.
Liverpool
they
have
deserve
set
it.
a whole new standard because that's the standard that you need.
But it's
now.
a crap league.
But it's a crap league, and this is what I mean. Like, it's an entertaining.
You should be
league.
getting 100 points. Liverpool should get 100 points in this league. It's a shit league.
100%. It
Like,
is a shit league.
The big thing for me next year in relation to, and we'll move on to like who do you think next year? I think the big thing that everyone's got to do next year is they've got to start taking points off Liverpool, because Liverpool for me can beat Chelsea home and away, Arsenal home and away, Spurs home and away, nearly United home and away. They've beaten Man City and lost one. So
That's the big thing.
That's where Liverpool's points accumulation comes down, and that's why it's not Liverpool that have been bad. I think they've been worthy champions. And Man City haven't been as good, but below that, and we're part of that.
Inconsistency is horrendous.
It's crap.
Well, look, when I was saying to you, I worked out that we needed like at least 15 more wins to just be in the conversation. 10 to 15 wins to just be somewhere near there. And like, you look at Liverpool, like the consistency, and it's all them draws. Like Ollie said it best in the presser today. He was like, yeah, everyone says we've got an easy run, in which on paper, yeah, you can say that, but all these teams we've dropped points against.
Yeah.
Bournemouth, Villa, Palace. Do you know what I mean?
But now you look at it
West
and you
Ham.
go, I expect United to win the next 6 games in a
we're in
row.
different phase,
But that's the quality of the league.
Exactly.
I
And
think
we
if
can do
you
that
once
next
you've got a
year-
good team like Liverpool, you do look at it and go, I can't see us losing.
But you see, on this title challenge ring, right, back to us, and look, we've spoken about it in bits, right? But like, I don't want to get carried away, but if you eradicate those stupid 1-0 loss against Bournemouth when we went down, they shouldn't have lost.
Which I think we're going to do over the next few
Exactly,
games.
which we should do. You take out the stupid Villa 2-2. You take out losing against Palace, like stupid.
Palace,
getting
Bournemouth,
back into
Burnley,
Do you know what I'm
Watford,
saying? You take it out, and if you turn them into wins, which you were thinking we should be able to do with the right investment, then you say you got to just not lose against Liverpool. You can draw at Old Trafford. That's all right. You can. Well, we need to beat them, but just don't lose, because that's what Liverpool do. They
The
just
top 6 need to take points off Liverpool next year,
Yes.
and then we or a Chelsea and a Man City need to find consistency, and then it will close in.
There you go. There you go. I don't know if Josh was saying like that's it. Or
No,
whatever,
we're
but
nearly at it. Look, thanks
Yeah.
everyone for watching. It's the new weekly show on it won't always be on a Friday, it just depends on fixtures, but Premier League show. I hope you've enjoyed it.
great response. I've enjoyed it.
Last
Everyone
week,
at home as well.
got loads of views last week,
Yeah.
so subscribe if
obviously
you're
want to
new,
see it.
give us a like, get your comments in. We enjoy it. It's nice to have a United but rounder chat. So,
100%. One thing though, weren't they supposed to be spinning around?
no.
It was?
No, we went static Matic. Actually, Matic would not be static now. But there you go. He would be moving around.
Exactly.
Big up
exactly.
Matic, my player of the month for June.
Brilliant, he's been brilliant. Yeah. I guess we'll see you guys
On the next one.
on the next one, man, and see you at fan cams after the game. Get your
Yep.
mask back on. There you go.
I'm off shopping. See you later.
Peace. Big thank you to you guys for watching the latest of our videos, and if you want to check out more, make sure you do that just to the right of me. We are the biggest and best Manchester United channel in the world. Make sure you check us out on all of the socials as well: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube. The socials are along the bottom. Peace.